the Fairy Fox Design Wispy Unicorn tutorial. I'm so excited to show this to you. Here's just a really quick demo of a unicorn base. You can see it slower in the 3 horsepower video. But now I've loaded up some beautiful teal and I'm going to use it to put in this really fun wispy unicorn / mermaid hair style I've got going on. Now I like to try and keep my one stroke so that the dark color is on the outside. You want to go thin to thick to thin even when you're painting with a filbert like I am here. Whenever I go over it again, I can clean up those little edges, and sometimes I'll even go tuck in a little curl at the end. Now for this unicorn, I like to have an eye color. Often I'll just do the black outlines and that's totally good, but when you have the time to put in a color for the eye, I feel like it's that extra pop. I pick a color that isn't the same color as the hair. So learn from my mistake and don't use pink. I really enjoy being able to do my line work from the top down. By doing that, I find that there's kind of an order, there's a flow, and I don't smear my work as often. On the eye, what we're going to do is we're going to do the top lid first. And then we're going to do the eyelashes going from that top line. Instead of creating a side line and going down, it's kind of all flowing from that front point. And the pupil that we're going to add to the iris here, we're only adding it half. So you want to think of this as like a half circle. And this hooded eye is what we're drawing. It gives this unicorn almost like I just learned how to wear eyeliner and do it well look. So kind of an early teenage unicorn. Now I like to think of the front half of that muzzle as a little circle as well. And then just tuck that line down on the bottom chin. Now, I kind of think of myself with a lot of different terms, but I love that I am a unicorn hairstylist. I get to give them all kinds of different updos, downdos, all these fun things. But one of the things I found is instead of trying to draw all the hair, if you just group it into clumps, you want to have little tiny clumps, then you want to have really big clumps, and then some in between. And by doing that variation with your line work, it gives it kind of a natural flow feeling, but without it trying to be too realistic. Again, we're doing a thin to thick to thin, and some of the lines you can see were coming up together and others were just letting it go and just curving around. I love the way that the black allows you to catch any little extra spaces like that one to make it look like, oh, I totally meant this from the beginning, even if you really didn't. We just go ahead, and you don't always have to have them meet up, and it just looks so natural and beautiful. So now for the white highlights, what we want to do is we want to add a base highlight in the top corner, and I often have this highlight go just above the eyeliner, and for whatever reason it looks great. So we add a big one, a little one, and then those 2 shine marks. I'll also add a little bit of highlight to the hair. I feel like this adds, again, like we've got this light source coming from the top. So from the top right, you've got the light coming, and you also have like a breeze flowing. And so it's picking up those locks of the unicorn's hair, but then because the hair is so heavy, that's why the tips are pointing back down. When I'm adding my little sparkle stars, sometimes I'll also add a little heart in there. I feel like it communicates a little bit of extra love for the unicorn or from the unicorn to the kid, and we just finish it all up. This is a wonderful piece to put in the middle of a mask or at the bottom of a rainbow. I just absolutely love this unicorn. Go ahead, you can find me in all kinds of places. If you want to show me your unicorn, tag me and I'd love to see it. Thanks.